Hola clase, para este video vamos a hablar sobre los verbos que tienen una cambia en el raíz. So what that means is today we're going to be talking about stem changing verbs that change obviously in the stem, and we're going to figure out what that means. Okay, so first off, what is a stem change? Verbs, every verb, are divided into two parts. For example, if we're looking at the verb comer, com, C-O-M, is considered to be the stem, and the ending is er. So every verb has two parts, the stem and the ending. Some verbs need a spelling change in the stem before conjugating the ending. So if we look at the verb dormir, again, dorm is the stem, whereas the ending is ir. We simply call the spelling change a stem change because it occurs, guess where? In the stem part of the verb. So it's going to change spelling. There are three basic steps to having a stem change. Step 1. Each stem changing verb changes in only one of 4 ways. So there's only 4 different kinds of stem change verbs. We have O to UE, E to I, E to IE, and U to UE. Step 2. Make the stem change in the second to last vowel. Okay? So if we're taking a look at the verb preferir, right? It is a stem change verb. How do we know that? Well, you just have to memorize which verbs are stem change, but you'll get it over time. So preferir is a stem change verb. We know that ir is the ending and prefer is the stem. The vowel that is going to change, okay, is going to be the second to last vowel. So here's the last vowel, second to last. So we automatically know, okay, this is a stem change verb because I memorized that it is, or Miss Smith told me it is, and I know that this letter right here is going to change to something else. It changes from E to IE. So it becomes, instead of preferir, it becomes prefiir. Preferir. Okay? So we're going to practice looking at some of these verbs. There's 5 of them. We have jugar, which means to play, volver, to return or to come back, querer, to want, pensar, to think, and repetir, to repeat. Even though you don't necessarily know what kind of stem change verbs each of these are, what letter would you stem change in each of these verbs? Remember, it always has to be the second to last letter, or vowel rather, sorry, the second to last vowel that is going to stem change. So in jugar, which one would you change? The A or the U? And then go through the rest of them and see if you can get them right. Here are the answers. In jugar, the U is going to change. In volver, the O is going to change. In querer, the E is going to change. Pensar, the E is going to change. And in repetir, the E also is going to change. Now, you don't necessarily know right now what kind of stem change verb these are, but you will memorize it over time. But here are the specific stem changes for each answer. Jugar is a U to UE stem change verb. Volver is an O to UE. Querer is an E to IE. Pensar is also an E to IE. And repetir is an E to I. That means once you figure out which letters need a stem change, this is what you're going to change them to, from this to this. So on, so forth. Okay, step 3. Only stem change inside the boot. What in the world do I mean by that? Well, say we have a little picture of a boot. When you're conjugating a verb, and again, if you're still unfamiliar with how to conjugate a verb in the present tense, make sure you pick it up quickly or come see me for help, because this is a process that you should already know how to do. But the only conjugations of a stem change verb that are going to change in regards to the stem are the ones inside a boot. So draw yourself a little boot, and you're only going to change the yo form, to form, él, ella, usted form, and ellos, ustedes form. Nosotros, not going to change it. It didn't make the cut. So for example, here's just another way of looking at it. So let's take the verb jugar, for example. We know, based on earlier, because I told you, that jugar is a U to UE stem change verb. That means you have to change the U to a UE, okay? In every single conjugation other than the one outside the boot, which is the nosotros form. So we have juego, juegas, juega, jugamos, and juegan. If you don't know how I got these endings, this is the present tense. We learned this a few chapters ago. If you're still unfamiliar with this, make sure you go back and you review it. Because it's an AR verb, right? And it has o, as, a, amos, an. Those are the endings. Okay? So again, just another way to look at it if you want to see it in a list. These are the conjugations inside the boot, and they're going to change. The stem is going to change. Outside the boot, nosotros, didn't make the cut. It's not changing. It's staying as it is. Again, I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but I really just want y'all to get it. So in other words, for a stem changing verb, always stem change for these conjugations. And never stem change for these conjugations, which is just one. Just remember the boot, and you won't forget where to stem change. Okay, so let's look at it at the boot again, just as a refresher before we move on to some practice. And let's practice. Okay, step 1. Identify the stem change. So I'm giving you the verb querer, which means to want, as you've learned in this chapter. What is the stem change? It is an E to IE. Step 2. Locate the second to last vowel. That is the E. Correct! Step 3. Make the stem change in the boot and conjugate. Okay? So draw yourself a little boot. You don't have to, but if it's easy for you to see it that way. And we're going to make the stem change inside the boot. Quiero, quieres, quiere, queremos, quieren. And again, this is an ER verb, so it takes ER endings. O, S, A, emos, N. Excelente. Let's try another one. All right, I'm giving you the verb repetir. Identify the stem change. Is it a E to IE? E to I, U to UE, or O to UE? It is an E to I stem change verb. That means one of those E's is going to change to an I, but which one? So locate the second to last vowel, and that is the one you're going to change. So it's going to be that one. So it's going to change from E to I in every conjugation other than if it's outside the boot. And there's your answers. Repito, repites, repite, repetimos, and repiten. I repeat, you repeat, he or she repeats, we repeat, they repeat. And again, it is an IR verb, so it takes IR endings in the present tense. O, S, E, imos, N. Muy bien hecho. Very well done, and this will get easier with practice. Right now, you still may be struggling with the present tense endings, and now there's another part added to it with the stem change. But you got this. It does get easier as you practice this. For some of you, drawing the boot really helps if you're a visual person. If you're not, and you just prefer to make it just into a list like you've always done, I'm totally cool with that as well. Just whatever helps you in getting it. We'll practice more with this in class. And that is it. Adios y ciao.